put this one? Can I stack them? No. Okay, put this one back over there. Okay. And since they're both on, I can turn on the thing that's out there. No?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe I gotta turn this back on. Maybe now? Yeah, okay, that was it.
You again. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you? Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ.
Okay, so one of the scientists,
It's fixated on the marmots.
I guess they were in the white coats. Maybe like Professor Darling?
Possibly.
No, it didn't give me access to the second floor, so I'm gonna try there.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are. But the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong.
This seems...
More wrong than usual.
The painting stuff seems unrelated to the Alan Wake stuff.
Sub-level 2. Lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Okay, we're finally at level 2.
Lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Why would he be here? I heard him humming. Why would he be here? Continue the story from page ID AW002. Match the tone, style, and content as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one, a line right through the marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out. Oh, this is one of the attempts.
Yeah, I think so.
These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's window. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with a burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite desk chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair, as if sensing his gaze. She turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered and annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. And he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They had been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them a space to reconnect, to mend their crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup. Though he didn't even notice, he put down the bottle, scanning the lake. The faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake. Like light hitting glass, the sort of thing you would only You only notice if you're looking for it. It felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules? Diana cried. Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door to his wife. Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the Wix pages we provided as reference. Why is it still focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker on the concepts he has to write about? The lake house? The shadow? We need him to match the Wix style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about.
Why are these writers assigning me as the guy who hates his wife?
We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Oh, okay, more password.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Oh,
Hey, hello.
It's Ed.
Who are you?
Ed Booker.
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
does he think it's a LARP?
Look around you. How is
Yes.
this a workshop?
He's totally thinking it's Lure.
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
This is way too elaborate to be a LARP.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint.
Yeah, I don't know if you
still have
read
lots
the
of room to
page,
play.
but earlier in the
It's a
game it said
solid
he went
creative
back to the lake
exercise.
to investigate without his wife, and the FBC abducted him. So, interesting to see this thread get followed.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Okay. I thought that humming was the sheriff.
Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy glow of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Killer metaphor.
Look at him go. Look at the writer go. The darkness is capitalism. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbutus at the Lake House facility.
I saw people trying to post that quote, by the way, because they were like, look how fucking woke and bad Alan Wake is. Alan Wake 2 is the fucking SCPI. And I'm like, that's clearly someone being a pretentious fuck in the context of the game, and it was. Because people can't fucking stop.
Prioritize
People can't fucking stop themselves.
Prioritize outcomes as noted below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Tamitha Booker, her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. I mean, she's a writer for like a newspaper or something?
Tamitha Booker, she writes true crime novels.
Right, yeah. Edward Booker, less successful than Tamitha, but Feeder is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Signed, Dr. Diana Marmont. So, where is his wife?
Yeah, see, he's completely full of shit. Like, he's so up his own ass that people are fucking taking screenshots of those captions being so obnoxious on Twitter.
He's in a prison cell. Look at that.
Yeah, like he's like it's just it's very funny getting gratified again for people being stupid, and I'm like, do you have the context? They're like, no. It's like, oh, okay.
Subject's writing must feature darkness, water, marmots, the lake house conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? Why must it include the marmots? I'm guessing, yeah, she must be over here.
Alan already started writing with the marmots involved, so it has to continue.
Right. Is she okay?
Chat, is she okay?
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it, saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Rudolph Lane has shown a decline in Redacted over the past several months. Initially, this Redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing Redacted, or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if the work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken? Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of Redacted to be introduced to the subject's food to cure his Redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of Redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. I assume they mean the Black Rock.
Yeah.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty. Rudolph, now, you love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Now, the BlackRock stuff, that was introduced in this. That hasn't been brought up at all before this. And I want to go back here to shit on him some more. His wife writes true crime, which is it's gonna be pretty successful. That will always sell. Middle-aged moms love that stuff.
God.
And his stuff is like entrenched in like the political gobbledygook, which is probably why he's not all that successful. Yeah, could we?
Oh, there's the elevator. How
That's
do I
locked.
get in? Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Okay, we came through there. What's over here? Up. That requires level 3. That is locked. That is locked. Vandalize text. 0. Some bitch.
Sir, I'm reading this. Sir, you're interrupting.
0% effort today. It's locked even. That's empty. Here we go. The level 2.
Higher access card. Sorry, but I need this. How many paintings did they have this guy make?
From painting session on redacted. Black circular shape among yellow lines. An uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. Lone tree at night. A dark green tree, pine, standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. Empty road and forest. A dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note: a small white chip in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed they are searching for this site now and to attempt page retrieval. So he painted the location of a page. Yellow crescent shape on black canvas. The yellow shape shaped in a roughly crescent shape painted onto otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana. Unfinished piece. Well, I don't think it'd be a banana. Red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. A black background is black and gray, with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly traffic light. And then there's more descriptions. Okay. What's on the computer? That's the second administrator. Password required. There were some level 2 doors in the 3rd floor, so I might have to go back there. I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us living together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. Just found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns that man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is the reason to fire someone. No, this is about the peanut allergy thing. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are you even talking about? We're at a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think we're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base numbers, then Black Void. Yeah, the Marms are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to a big turd or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you set didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings? I need to get in, or this is going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah. So I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary, plus brown shape with horns. So love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Ay, ay, ay. Well, it's a week from this Friday. Now, today's the 14th, right? Ah, okay, the password thing again. So, it'll be 22. Because next Friday is the 15th, so a week from Friday, the 22. Plus brown shape with horns. Love you. What is brown shape with horns?
Space invader, looking cute in a human suit. Secret agents with the down race they shoot. Psychic powers, hypnotizing magic fruit. Strange machines, weird mysteries. We got freaky fantasies. Night springs, psycho killer on the run. Yeah, night springs. Down the black hole sun, 'cause in the night springs, we're just looking for the thrill. All your nightmares come true. Crashing through the warning signs, your car breaks down just outside in night springs. Endless versions of this town, they called out the elder god who live inside a sleeper's dream. Better let her sleep in night springs. If I die in your arms, I don't mind it. I want you when you like it. Night springs, caught in an endless time loop. Yeah, night springs. I told her system in your soup. 'Cause in night springs, we're just looking for the thrill. All your nightmares come true. Lost in mist for days and days. Now you see the shiny stays. Night springs.
I guess these were Black. Yeah, there's Black Void 44. 25.
Ratchet with horns,
09,
yeah.
22, 25.
There.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
I'm writing here because I have serious concerns about.
Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No, turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
They can't hear.
Fucking radios. 411. I'll need help.
Go come in. You're gonna get butt fingered by a shadow.
I've collected a list of violations that I personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Doctor and Dr. Marmot are driving this facility staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Good day. Hello, Mrs. Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please fire directly to them or contact Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Thank you. Harry Kingston. Mr. Kingston, if I reported to the acting management team in Kansas, I have reached out to them about this issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have staff or to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmots are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subject is in clear violation of the Ash Act. There are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. Trisha Howard, senior researcher. Well, they didn't comply, and now we're here. Okay. Too much overlap between tone and style. Merge? Oh, this is the progress of the monkeys. Word choice good, but incomprehensible. Yeah. Structural improvement. Repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Comprehensibility D, style C, tone and content both A. Refinement plus time equals progress. Style tone prioritized over comprehensibility, negative progress. The rot snail beam, the wooden grain bent from the owl, egg mill. 4 forms in the glass, eye and melt. F's on everything. Making progress again. Individual elements are strong, but ATD is lacking. Awareness and attention is a blocker. Need more wake reference material. Input. Non-wake reference material. Source. Human subjects. Use staff as writers. Risk of data skew. Yeah, just continue their thought process. Gotta get that guy first. Ah, you son of a bitch.